In this video, I'm going to show how to graph using the graphing calculator and how to find some critical points. So to start graphing, we're going to press y equals, and all of your equations have to be set equal to y in order to graph. Now I have two different equations here, and so I'll just show the first one. To type it in, I'm going to have to use this negative button because I have a negative x squared. So negative x squared plus 2x plus 8. And if I press graph, I will see the graph. Okay, notice that it's opening downward. Why do you think this parabola is opening downward? It's because of the negative in front of that x squared. Okay, and so if I wanted to use the graph to actually find, we've been talking about the axis of symmetry and the vertex and the intercepts. So if I want to actually find, let's talk about the vertex first. Now, of course, you can find the vertex algebraically, and you might even be able to see the vertex on the table. Remember, second table is how we get to the table. So we might look for some patterns here, okay? And some of the things that we're seeing, you might notice here 8 and 8, and then there's 9. Okay, 0, 8 is what we call the y-intercept. And then you see these other zeros, negative 2, 0, 4, 0. These are my x-intercepts. And then because this is the highest point, we call this the maximum point, that's the vertex. So I'll just write those things down. The vertex is 1, 9. The y-intercept is 0, 8. And you can also see that when you plug in x is 0, the only thing left is 8. So this c, 0c, is your y-intercept. And then your x-intercepts are when y is equal to 0. And so for this problem, the x-intercepts are negative 2, 0 and 4, 0. And you might get that from factoring. I'm just going to show how you would use the graphing calculator now to find that. So if I go, you can use the table just like I did and identify those points. But if you go to the graph and you want to be able to see that, now if you press trace, what's going to happen is you have x and y coordinates below, but you might notice that those are decimally numbers and they're not really giving me exactly the vertex, okay? Because we know the vertex is 1, 8. Or 1, 9, sorry. That's really close to the vertex, but it's not exactly hitting it. So underneath the calculate, underneath or above the trace is calculate. So if I use blue, second, calculate, I get to this menu. Value, 0, minimum, maximum, intersect, and then don't worry about these for now. This is your calculus stuff for later classes. So if I want to find, in this case, since the parabola is opening downward, remember it had this curved shape like this, the vertex is going to be a maximum point, okay? So I'm going to use 4, which is maximum. I push enter. Now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be going to the left. It's going to ask you 3 questions. The left bound just means I want the cursor to be anywhere on the left of that vertex. Is it on the left? So I push enter. Now right bound, I just need to go to the right of that vertex. So I'm going to scroll past the vertex and I'll press enter. And then guess, you just press enter again. So you're basically doing 3 enters, but you have to zone in on that place. And you can see here the maximum. Now this is a little bit of a calculator glitch. The maximum truly is 1, but they're giving you 0.9999, which is essentially 1. Okay, and then the y coordinate is 9. So that's the vertex that we just found. And then if I want to find the x-intercepts, now remember I could set this equal to 0 and I could factor. And I won't talk about that in this video, but if I set y equal to 0, I'm going to be finding the x-intercepts. On the calculate menu, they're referring to the x-intercepts as the zeros of the function. So we're going to select 0. Now, I want to find this point right here, which we already know is negative 2. X equals negative 2. But if I want to find that point, I have to go to the left of that point. So I'm just using this little diagram to help you visualize. To the left of that point means I'm going down. So I want my cursor to be down on the left, even though it's below. It's really, when we're talking about x's, it's to the left. I press enter. I want to go to the right, so I go past it, enter, guess, enter one more time, and you see the 0 is -2, 0. Now, that only gave me one of the x-intercepts. If I want to find the other x-intercept, I'm going to do that same procedure again. So I go second, calculate. I want the 0. Okay, I'm going to go over until I'm to the left of that intercept. Remember, I'm trying to find this point right here, which we already know is 4. That one was -2. So am I to the left of it? Yes, I am. I press enter. Now I go to the right of it, so I'm scrolling past it. So I want the cursor to be here for the left, left bound, and then down here for the right. And I press enter, and then through guess, you're just going to press enter again. And you see that I got that 0. X is 4, Y is 0. So those are some of just the features of how you would find the vertex. In this case, that's a maximum. Actually, let's go ahead and do one more. I'll just do it. This is a similar and related problem. But if I go to any other line, and I'm going to type in this problem. And now notice it starts with a positive x squared. So will the equation open upward or downward? It will open upward. So it doesn't matter which line I'm on. You can pick a different color. You know, I'm going to use green now. And I will type in x squared minus 2x minus 8. And you might notice something coincidental. When I press graph, I already have the other one graphed in pink. And now my other one is graphed in green. These guys have the exact same x-intercepts. But notice the vertex and the y-intercept. The y-intercept and the vertex are different, but they're almost exactly opposite of it. And that's because if you did set this equal to 0 and you factored, remember you would divide everything here by -1 when you go to factor it, so you get 0 equals x squared minus 2x minus 8. So that ends up looking the same as this one. And that's the reason why they have the exact same x-intercepts. So our x-intercepts are the same. The x-intercepts are -2, 0 and 4, 0. And then the y-intercept is going to be when you plug in x as 0, you get -8. So that's why the y-intercept is down here at -8 instead of up here at +8. And then the vertex, what do you guys think the vertex will be? Yes, so we have the same axis of symmetry. The x is 1, but now because of the signs, the y coordinate is -9, and that makes sense because you're all the way down here. So if I wanted to find that vertex, let's see how I would do that. Second, calculate. Now I want a minimum point, okay? But actually, I'm on the wrong equation. How do I get to, oh, my down arrow slid me to the other equation because there's no minimum point on that line, on that curve, on that parabola. There's only a minimum point on this one. So we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to help the calculator to zone in on the point. So the vertex is a minimum point is here. If I want to be to the left of it, I want my cursor to be anywhere to the left. Am I to the left of that vertex? Yes, so I push enter. To get to the right, I'm going to scroll over past the vertex, anywhere past the vertex really, and I want my cursor to be on the right-hand side. That's the right bound. Press enter, and then what do I do for guess? Just enter one more time, and you'll see there's that calculator glitch. This is the limitation of technology. The x coordinate is really 1, and the y coordinate here is -9, and that value is a minimum value. So that about sums it up for that.